Hi, Debbie. Abel, Teresa. Great to see all of you, too.
You got the Albatross account?
You didn't think you were going to get it, did you?
Well, yeah, I worked on it.
The Albatross account? Congratulations. That's the plum.
Plum.
Hey, I'll catch up with you later. I'm just on my way to the conference room to shoot myself.
Be sure to close the door.
I'm so weak. Ooh, look a little too familiar? The cold shoulders, the snide remarks. That's the other kind of peer pressure we've all felt at one time. The kind of peer pressure you feel when your organization is growing at light speed, or you've gone through a merger and there are fewer people to do more work. On top of that, there may not be a supervisor around to act as the referee. So if this is such a common situation and we're all going through it, how do we learn to get along so we can just do our jobs? I figured it out. We already have the answer. We've always had the skills to reduce tension and solve conflicts. We learned them at home when we were little. We just forget to use them. At least that's where there's always been trouble for me in my jobs. For a short time, I worked at a bank. We'd recently gone through a merger, and I was trying to do 3 jobs.
Thank you.
Hi, Ross. It's Jim. Yeah, I've got Mr. McKenzie here, and he keeps getting service charges on his gold account.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah, he keeps a high balance, and happens to be the 2nd month in a row this has happened. Could you or somebody in CIS get into the main computer and recode his account? He's getting really ready to take his important account elsewhere.
Well, in order for me to do that, I'd have to have a request, and frankly, I can't do a thing unless I have the proper form in front of me.
I know you have it.
I don't have it. And frankly, you know, I'm a little tired of your attitude. We're up to our necks in it over here.
Suzanne was just in your office 5 minutes ago and saw the notice on your desk.
Well, look, I don't care what she says. I don't have the form. Ah, nothing worse than getting caught in a lie, is there? But there is a way out, remember?
So, honey, you didn't have anything to do with the toilet pampering of the Jenkins house?
No, Mom.
No? Just stocking up, are you? Honey, you need to go over there, clean up that mess, and take responsibility.
They'll hate me.
No, they won't hate you. But, honey, you have to tell the truth, even if it's embarrassing. If you learn anything in this life, you need to learn to take responsibility and tell the truth.
See, it's a pretty important lesson. Truth and trust are the cornerstones of life. If you tell the truth and keep your promises, you'll prove to people they can depend on you, even when things go wrong. I should have done this.
I know you have it.
I don't have the notice. Oh, you are going to kill me, Jim. It's right here. I had it buried. I'm sorry. Look, tell him I will recode his account right away, and I'll have the charges reversed.
Okay, I'm sorry I blew up. Just that Mr. McKenzie is an important client.
Look, I'm sorry. Tell him it was my fault and that it'll be taken care of immediately, and we apologize for any inconvenience.
Okay, great. Thanks.
How else can you expect people to trust you if you don't tell the truth and keep your promises? Now, another problem that used to cause me a lot of extra peer pressure was the feeling that my coworkers didn't respect my work. Now, years ago, I worked at this grocery store. Hey, Otis.
Yeah?
I just saw on the board back there you're going on vacation next week?
Yes.
Hey, I'd be happy to jump in and handle your department for you while you're gone.
That's okay. I got it handled.
You don't think I know about this stuff, do you?
I mean, I would expect you to. It's not your specialty.
But I've been studying up.
Studying seafood?
I have. Here, look. The tear weight is the styrofoam, it's the soaker pad, and the shrink wrap, and I allow 3/100ths of a pound when weighing. I'll give special attention to the pull dates on the fresh perishables, on the dips, the smoked goods, everything in the self-serve section. And I've seen how you fill out the check-in log, the cooking log, and the temperature log. Well?
Am I under some type of surveillance?
No.
What do you know about produce?
You see what I mean? If they respect your work, they'll respect you. And it doesn't hurt to check your work twice before you pass it on. Because if you let something fall through the cracks, it can cause a lot of extra work for the next person. Caroline, this production budget's ridiculous. What were you thinking?
I was thinking how surprised I was that you could even read.
Oh, yeah, nice relapse. See, I forgot that everyone takes their work personally. Now, especially if you and a coworker have a conflict you can't seem to settle. Remember how your mother settled arguments?
Give it to me! Give it to me! I'm gonna tell Mom it's mine!
Whoa! What's the problem here?
I saw this candy bar and Kelsey says it was hers. I saw it first. No, you didn't.
Okay, we have 1 candy bar, so we're gonna need to compromise. Let's just split it in half.
No way. She always gets the bigger piece. How do you not? You do too.
Okay, we can do it this way. Kelsey can cut the bar, and then Ross, you can choose which one you want. All right?
Sure.
Unfortunately, the problems don't change just because we get older. In fact, I think we get more skilled at being stubborn. Abel.
I don't want to see you now.
Look, I just need you to take a look and see if you can fix this by today, that's all.
Look, it has to wait. I've got a lot of other work ahead of yours.
I don't think you get it. This could be the biggest account we have ever had.
Look, I don't think you get it. If I put yours first, the sales department will be jumping up and down on my head, and I don't need the grief.
You know what your problem is? You can't see the big picture. I bring something really big in here, and you can't see it.
You want a big picture? I'll give you a big picture. You're an insufferable, arrogant clown, and I don't need it right now, and that's the big picture.
Well, we both wanted something but couldn't compromise. We couldn't find any middle ground, and you know why? Because I was so wrapped up in what I wanted that I wasn't paying attention to why he was standing his ground.
Look, I don't think you get it. If I put yours first, the sales department will be jumping up and down on my head, and I don't need the grief.
Oh, Abel's real problem wasn't doing my brochure. It was the grief it would cause him if he did it. Round two.
I don't want the grief.
All right, well, maybe we can figure out a way that it'll work for both of us.
It won't work.
Well, maybe it can.
I'm not putting yours first.
Okay. Well, what if I talked to the sales department and got them to back off on some of their deadlines?
They won't do that.
What if I could get them to do it?
And I won't get the blame?
You wouldn't be blamed at all.
Okay, if you can make it so that I don't take the heat for it, I will try to get yours out when you need it.
Give me till 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Supporting each other means appreciating their contribution to your success, thanking them for helping you do your job.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate your cooperation.
Thanks so much for making me look good today.
I really had to tell you, our department couldn't have done it without your hard work. Thank you so much.
Thanks for taking the heat off.
Well, first, I'd like to thank you for your patience, because, you know, patience is a virtue. And like my grand...
So if you want to reduce the peer pressure of arguing, of disagreeing, of sabotaging each other's success, either consciously or subconsciously, then trust and truth need to be the cornerstone of your work ethic. If you tell the truth and keep your promises, your coworkers will do everything they can to help you. Getting respect for your work is easy when you're good at your job. If your work partners can count on you to always do your best, you'll have a lot fewer fires to put out. Learn to take criticism well, without taking it personally or getting defensive. Most of the time, the criticism is directed at the work, not you. When you find yourself at a standoff, try to compromise. Agree to give up something in return for getting something you want. Finding some middle ground is often the best solution for everybody. Getting along also means honoring different work styles. You can arrive at the same solution using different routes, and it broadens your experience to learn new ways of doing the same thing. Finally, support your coworkers. Encouraging good work and saying thank you will show your coworkers you're grateful for their help. So there you have it. Now when you think about it, under the circumstances, there's bound to be some tension. But you can do something about it. Just remember what you learned at home about settling differences and getting along. If you can do that, you'll have no trouble relieving your own peer pressure.